Hi, welcome everyone. If you came into this workshop, I asked for you to grab the four things on this table right here as you walked in. If you did not get them, can you go grab them? You're going to need those things for the workshop. If you are joining us online, I submitted everything online and I seen it attached to this workshop. So you should have it in your contents. What is it? Oh my God. So good afternoon. I know everyone's tired. My name is Amanda Sarber. I am the president and the OCR initiative of the OCR initiative here in Cincinnati, Ohio. I help individuals and families who are in the community connect to the established resources that we have here within our community to help lead to a stable and sustainable life. With me, I have my friend Jay.
Hello. No, it's not on.
Okay.
It's okay. You know, but it sounds on. Okay. It's this one. Hey, everyone. My name is Jay Lang, and I am the CCO of the Base Foundation, a community outreach organization based out in Richmond, Virginia. And I also run community consulting with Jay Lang, where you can connect with me to learn all things and help be facilitated through workshops and build workshops and things of that nature. But yeah, with that being said, I'm going to hand it over to Amanda so that we can start talking about how we map our wellness and how we can sustain um, healthy advocacy.
Today, we're going to talk about something that often gets overlooked in advocacy spaces, our own wellness. Advocacy is powerful work. It changes lives, builds communities, and shifts systems, but also takes a toll on us. When we carry stories of trauma, injustice, and lived experience, that weight doesn't just disappear when the meeting ends or the event is over. It stays with us. Over time, it can affect our body, minds, and our spirit. This session is about recognizing that truth, reflecting on what sustains us, and leaving with tools we can carry into our advocacy work. In advocacy, we pour so much into ourselves, of ourselves into our work, fighting for justice, amplifying voices, and showing up for others. But sometimes in that fight, we forget to show up for ourselves. Wellness isn't selfish, it's survival. It's what allows us to keep going, to stay clear minded, compassionate, and effective. When we take time to rest, to breathe, to check in with our emotions, we're not stepping away from the work. We're strengthening our ability to do it well. Advocacy needs sustainability, not burnout. So taking care of yourself isn't just good for you, it's essential for the movement. Sorry. When we talk about lived experience of advocacy, we have we have to talk about burnout. And when we talk about burnout, we're just not talking about being tired. Burnout is not laziness, lack of passion, or because a person is unempathetic. Burnout is a deep exhaustion that comes from giving so much of ourselves, our stories, our energy, and our own healing without enough space to recover. It shows up when we're asked to share our experiences again and again, and we carry other people's pain while still working through our own. And when we feel like the system keeps taking but rarely gives back, there's an emotional labor we don't always name. The unseen work of listening deeply, supporting others, and resharing our own personal stories again and again. That kind of labor is real and it can be draining. For people with lived experience, burnout can touch more than our work. It can affect our recovery, our own stability, and our sense of worth. That's why it's so important to name it, to normalize it, and to make wellness part of how we sustain this work together. So, for example, imagine a peer advocate who's asked to sit on multiple panels every month. They're expected to share their recovery story over and over. And by the end, they feel exposed and emotionally depleted, but nobody sees that. Or think of an organizer balancing community needs, urgent crisis, and systemic barriers. They're so focused on helping others that their own health, sleep, eating, stress starts to unravel. Or what about the advocates pushing for systemic change who keep hitting roadblocks? That can be frustrating. Over time, that frustration can turn into hopelessness, leaving disconnected from their why. Ready?
Okay. Which one is it? The white one? Yellow? Wonderful. Okay. So, needing support doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're human. And if we want this to work, if we want it to last, if we want to be here for the long haul, we have to treat wellness not as an option, but more as an essential. Because advocates burn out, movements lose voices, knowledge, and lived experience. Taking care of ourselves is not selfish, it's strategy. It's how we make sure we can keep showing up. Okay. That's why today we're focusing not on just the work we do for others, but also on what we can do for ourselves and each other. Because wellness is not separate from advocacy, it's what sustains it. We spend so much time showing up for each other and everyone else, we sometimes forget to check in with ourselves. And this next part is going to be all about finding balance. Simple, realistic ways to take care of your mind, your body, and your spirit so that you can keep doing the work you love without running on empty. And I think that's the important thing. So, number one, protect your energy. Set emotional boundaries. You can care deeply, 1 billion%, without carrying everyone's pain with you. Learn to say no and let that be it. Say no. Declining some requests make space for the work that truly aligns with your purpose. Schedule recovery time. Treat rest as part of the job and not just a reward. Two, practice reflective processing. Debrief after difficult interactions and talk it out with a peer, a mentor, a therapist, if you need to, with a familiar advocate, someone who is familiar with advocacy and activism burnout. And then we have journaling. Um, do this to reflect on your wins, the lessons, the gratitude moments. It helps to transform emotional weight into insight. Supervision or peer support, groups shared processing can normalize and change and prevent isolation. Number three, care for your body as a priority because it is. Without our bodies and without our minds, we cannot do the work that we do. Move regularly, y'all. Get up, take short walks, stretches between meetings. Amanda saw me like touching my toes earlier and she was like, "What are you doing?" I'm just stretching. I have to continue to move so that I can stay grounded in the work that I do. Stay hydrated and nourish your body with foods that energize you. And I think almost most importantly, please prioritize your sleep. Advocates often burn out due to chronic exhaustion, and it's real. Number four, manage burnout before it manages you. So recognize the early signs, the irritability, the cynicism, the emotional numbness. These are red flags. These are red flags. So take micro breaks, step outside, do some deep breathing, ground yourself, go hug a tree, do a calming ritual, whatever it is that y'all like to do to help ground yourselves, do that. And you can take as many micro breaks as you will allow yourself or as your organization will allow, but that's neither here nor there. Um, Plan regular time off, even if it's a half day or no advocacy weekends to help restore the balance of all the work that you do. And number five, stay connected to joy and to purpose. Revisit your why as much as you can or as much as you need to. Remind yourself what called you to do this work. Celebrate your small wins always, always, because it's the small wins that help build up to the big one, right? Progress often happens in quiet ways, so acknowledge that. Keep something that uplifts you near your workspace, whether it be quotes, words of affirmation, pictures that remind you that hope exists. And number six, build a sustainable support network. Surround yourself with people who get it. Um, Other advocates, other healers, peers, other people with lived experience, and seek reciprocal relationships where care can flow both ways. Do not hesitate to access therapy, coaching, or spiritual guidance when needed. There's no shame in needing extra support and building out a community that holds you. Number seven, and practice community care, not just self care. Wellness isn't a solo act. Healing and community actually is very important, and it helps to build systems of mutual aid and rest within your team. Normalize conversations about mental health and sustainability in your organization. I suggest doing like retreats. That can definitely help bring back the morale, help people remember their why. And then advocate for yourself with the same passion that you use to advocate for others. A lot of times we expend all of our energy trying to advocate and help fix things out in community that we are left with nothing else to advocate for ourselves with. So please remember to always put yourself in that mix too. Now that we've grounded ourselves into the why, yeah. Now that we've grounded ourselves into the um, why wellness matters and practical holistic tips for sustaining your wellness, I want to give you space to reflect on your own experiences. And I'm going to pass it back to Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, okay. So when you guys walked in, this is going to be an individual reflection activity. When you walked in, I asked you to grab a few things as you came through the door. If you didn't grab the things, they're right there on that white table behind you. If you're joining us online, again, it's in the content material. Jay, I think, is going to come assist for those that may need it. In front of you, you should all have a one-page worksheet with a few prompts. What helps me cope right now? What drains me? What boundaries do I struggle with? And what would I try if I had more time or support? There are no right or wrong answers here. This is a simple chance to pause and notice what you may already be carrying in your mind or your body. Sometimes just writing things down can be powerful. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. You can write as much or as little as you want. If writing isn't your thing, just sit there quietly and reflect on each question in your head. We're not going to ask you to share. Nobody's going to read your answers. This is just something for you to take a moment and reflect. If you're joining us at home, you could do the same thing. So I thought we were going to have music, but someone seems to be slipping on her job. Music. I thought I'd make light of it. It's fine. You're fired. Put the microphone on it. All right, so let's start coming back together. Take a moment to finish your sentence, whatever you're on. This reflection was a warm up, something to help you check in with yourself before we get into a more deeper group activity. You don't need to share what you wrote, but hold on to it because it may help you notice connections later. Now that you've reflected individually, you're going to shift into a group activity called wellness mapping circles. Um, if you two want to join up together, that would be great. You got two over there, you ladies in the back. Um, we're going to do a little group activity. You guys online, I think you're going to be go into a breakout room so you can share amongst. No, says you're supposed to. Uh, so if maybe you want to participate along somehow, we're gonna. The purpose activities is to reflect on your own practices, boundaries, and support systems, and then build something bigger together. By the end, each group will co create a collective wellness map, a poster filled with real, peer informed tools that can help sustain us in advocacy work. So here's how it's going to work each group's got a poster board, markers, all the things. Um, you're going to choose one person to write or both of you to write. I don't care how you do it. On the poster board, it's going to look like this. You'll be drawing a wellness map. Your wellness is going to look like this. Don't worry, I'm going to pull it back up again after I talk. That way you can look at it. On the poster board, you're going to draw a wellness map. You have 5 sections. In the center, it's a circle. You're going to put who we are. And then you're going to write a few words that describe you as a group, as advocates strong, real, exhausted, but still going, whatever you feel appropriate. And then you're going to draw lines from that circle going to each corner. In the top section, it's going to be what keeps us going, strategies, practices, people that ground you. And the left section is going to be what drains us, common stressors, challenges, whether it be you or with your clients. The right section, boundaries we're learning to hold, boundaries you want to strengthen, whatever that may be. The bottom section, what we want to try, new wellness tools you're curious about. Anything you've heard today that you know of yourself but you haven't tried yet, we want to hear about it. Your wellness about should look like this. You're going to have 15 minutes to talk this through and fill out your map together. Be honest, be creative, be supportive. Not everything has to be perfect. Just write down what resonates. Jay is going to turn on reflective music again. And then we're going to walk around and see if we can hear any good things, and we'll come back in about 10, 15 minutes. We're going to take a few more minutes and then we're going to come back together.
That's good to hear. But it's like I think it's the difference between like being virtual and being remote is like if you're here, this is the lived experience conference. I mean, it's not about it. The chat, the banner, the diversity of who's here, just the whole
Jay,
thing.
you ready?
But if you're virtual, you're like, yeah. Well, what happened? Oh yeah, that her? No, no, that was. I didn't like. Thought I removed it from the room. I had to mute myself.
All right, y'all finish up your conversations. I'm gonna give you about another 30 seconds.
Oh, no, we're not done. Okay, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. I was just about to say. All right, okay, everybody. Let's go ahead and start coming back together. Finish your sentence, whatever the last word you're writing, go ahead and get that down. You're done. Thank you. Okay, so we're sharing, right? Okay. All right, so I'd love for each group to share one or two highlights. Something that felt powerful, something that was surprising or affirming. And who would like to go first? Because go ahead for it. Oh, wait, do we need the microphone? Would you like the microphone? Yes. Hello. Hello. Yes. There you go.
So just as a friendly reminder, would you want us to share again? Um, for me, what I gain out of this is the breaking down these silos in five sections, and then it's coming out with learning how to stretch more, learning how to relax more, and just learning through that to create some community healers when I go back to California.
Thank you. Would
Who's
anyone
next?
else like to share? Ooh, okay, and then we'll have one in the back, and then we'll keep pushing.
Yeah, I don't know what question it is, but I said what I enjoy most is saving veterans' lives and able to live my life based on belief.
Close our room.
And then I'll take the other one will be what drains me is what drains him is not enough sleep. What drains me, I'm around a lot of veterans with PTSD, so I'm always stressing.
You guys want to share back here?
Thank you. And then we have one more in the back. Okay, so I guess we can share who we are, which is really important because we're all moms at this table. Um, we all have a lot of faith at this table. Um, we're also college students. All of us, we're back in school, so that's really exciting. And then we're all still fighting the good fight of ending homelessness. So that's who we are.
I love that. You guys want to share? Okay. Okay.
What helped me cope right now? Being here with all these people who need help. Life. Okay. What boundary do I struggle with? I see the people who are around me where I live. What drained me? People I know can't get it right. What will I try if I have more time? I will. I will keep telling my story about my life and never change it.
Thank you.
Love it. You ladies want to share your little? Just pick one thing you want to share. One thing you want to.
So, what keeps us going? We both talked about our family and our children, having a few really supportive friends, and also the social connections and social relationships we have at work. It's important to have a work family. Um, and I love playing with my 4-year-old granddaughter. It takes me away from every other thought. And sunshine when it's sunny out, uh, that uplifts me. Of course, if you're from a place that's sunny all the time and doesn't rain, rain uplifted my uh, partner here, and I'm from a rainy place, so sunshine uplifts me.
I love that.
Really, then you're really loving it here, girl, because it's raining this week. All
They
right.
said come to Cali, y'all. Okay. So these maps that we just took a look at represent not just your own voice, but the voice of a collective wisdom. So I want to thank each of you and say I appreciate you for leaning into this. These maps, they remind us that none of us are doing the work alone. And even when it feels that way, just know that we've built more. We've built together a toolbox, and it's proof that we can care for ourselves throughout this movement. When we look out for one another and one another's well being, we strengthen our advocacy and we make it sustainable. And I'm going to pass it back to Amanda to end us off.
Do not do that. So before we close, as you came in, I set out wellness action cards for you to grab. If you did not get one, come grab one before you leave. It's in the back. If you're with us online, I submitted a card for you online. Um, these are mindfulness and affirmation cards designed to help reduce anxiety, promote calmness, and center your thoughts. Each card is unique and offers a brief reflection, grounding exercise, or affirmation you can use whenever you need it to pause, reset, or reconnect to yourself. As leaders with lived experience, we often pour into others while carrying so much ourselves. These cards are meant to stay with you. They are a gentle reminder to always pour back into you. You can use them in the morning to set your intention, during stressful moments to recenter, or at the end of the day for reflection. There's no way to use them. There's no wrong way to use them. Just trust what you need in that moment. I hope these cards serve as a small tool to support your continued healing and leadership journey. As we end, I want to leave you with this. Our advocacy is stronger than when we are sustained. Taking care of yourself is not separate from the movement. It's what makes the movement possible. Thank you for showing up fully today for ourselves and for each other and for the work you do in our community. That's it. That's all. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you coming and participating. If you guys didn't notice, my business card is in the back on the little inspirational cards. If you didn't get them, you can grab one on your way out. There's another little one in the back. Um, or feel free to take a couple of those cards with you to utilize when you may need them. That's it. We talk fast. Sometimes, you never know.